All right, guys, moving into a 2-week assessment cycle. Our athletes here in Austin have just come off of either a hypertrophy or a work capacity macro cycle. We're just curious to see where they stand right now. So after a couple of weeks of general training, we're moving on to a 2-week assessment block, and we're gonna test 6 different assessments, 3 of which are muscular, 3 of which are metabolic in nature, all right? For the muscular assessments, we chose 1 rep maxes. We're gonna do a lower body, upper body, and then total body. Okay, we're actually giving the athletes a little bit of choice in this, where for the lower body exercise, they can choose a back squat, front squat, or overhead squat. We chose to make everyone do the bench press just because it's a more effective lift for testing upper body strength, probably than the overhead press. You can also see more improvement. When we come to the total body 1 rep max, we're choosing either the deadlift, power clean, or floor clean, whichever one of those lifts they feel more comfortable with and they're more proficient at. All right, notice that we staggered these 1 rep maxes out pretty far. All right, we're also staggering all 6 across a 2-week period with active days of recovery in between each one, so we don't overly tax the athletes. As far as our metabolic assessments go, we decided to test a 10-minute, 20-minute, and then 30-minute effort. And when we chose these assessments, we wanted assessments that were not very technically demanding. We didn't want to throw anything that required a high level of skill to score well or would give any specific athlete an advantage. So we chose very, very basic design. The first one is the dark side, a 30-minute AMRAP of step-ups and running. Very, very challenging, very effective at measuring fitness, especially on the longer side, that 30-minute duration. The following week, we'll actually have 2 assessments, the first of which is going to be 10 minutes. We chose the sandbag get-ups, very classic metabolic and mental toughness assessment that we use here pretty often. And we have a secondary option, 10 minutes max reps, the man makers. I would say, from my experience doing both of them, I did the man makers yesterday. Both very, very challenging. I don't know which one is worse. It'd be a hard decision if I had to decide to do another one tomorrow. So both excellent, very mentally challenging. And then the final one is a very classic design, 10K row or a 3-mile run. Probably somewhere in that 20 to 25 minute range. Not very technically demanding, not very exciting, but a really, really effective way of measuring fitness.